Hello all, welcome back to the BioRocks channel. Today we'll be learning about the chlorophyllaceae. Okay, this is one of the division or the main classes of the Thallophyta, that is algae. Okay, so today we are learning about the algae divisions. Amongst those, one of the divisions is going to be the chlorophyllaceae. Chlorophyllaceae. Okay, so today's topic is going to be about the chlorophyllaceae, which we generally call as green algae. So these are the green algae, and usually they comprise of chlorophyll A. Okay, let me take space. Yeah, so they are comprising of pigments like chlorophyll A and B. And the next thing is these are mostly seen in the fresh waters. So their habitat is going to be fresh waters. And if we look at the cell wall of these chlorophyllaceae or the green algae, we can see that the outermost layer is going to be the pectin. Let us take this, and the inner wall also. Let me draw this. So the cell wall is going to have the outer pectin, okay, and they are going to have the inner membrane made of cellulose. Next, what is another important thing here is there are many different forms of green algae. For example, if you look at the unicellular, as I have already introduced you with the diversity in the sizes of the algae in one of the short videos that I have made, you can just see the examples there. The Chlamydomonas, the unicellular Chlamydomonas. And we even have seen about there is another unicellular, but Chlamydomonas is motile because of the flagella. And we have another green algae, which is unicellular, but non-motile. Okay, and this is going to be the chlorella. And the next one we have is a colonial, which are going to live in the groups, okay, and they are going to be called as volvox. As you can see in the videos that I have made, especially about the diversity, algae diversity, where I have spoke about the sizes. You can see the images of all these. And next we have is a filamentous unbranched. Okay, filamentous unbranched green algae. These are Spirogyra as well as Eulothrix. These also I have shown you in the videos, Eulothrix. And next important thing here is about the reserve food. What is a form of reserve food in these green algae? The reserve food is usually in form of starch. In the form of starch. And children, the next thing that you can see here is in this green algae, we can see that usually starch is collected in pyrenoids. Okay, starch is collected in pyrenoids. This is another important point. The next thing that we are going to have is usually pyrenoids, what they do is they are going to convert the glucose into the form of starch and store. Okay, this is the one. And if we speak about the reproductive processes, reproduction, green algae employ different ways of reproduction. It may be even the vegetative, okay, they can even undergo the vegetative propagations. And if you look at the vegetative propagation or the vegetative reproduction, usually these, since the like Spirogyra and Eulothrix are the long filamentous bodies they have, so they usually undergo fragmentation process. They undergo fragmentation process. And if we look at the asexual reproduction process, The other type is going to be they may even undergo asexual reproduction. And asexual reproduction, usually we have learned that is by the means of production of spores, right? So this is by production of spores. And what type of spores are produced by the green algae are they are going to be the zoospores. Okay, zoospores can also be called as planospores because they are motile in nature. So the motile gametes are being called as planospores or zoospores. So how can you define the zoospores? Are they are motile? Okay, and the next thing is they are going to be flagellate, like in chlamydomonas that you can see. And they are going to be naked. They are going to be uninucleated also. This is also important. They are uninucleated. These are the zoospores. And if we speak about, there are other category of spores here. Aplanospores, which are non-motile, where a plano is non-motile. Okay, so these are the non-motile gametes, aplanospores, and they are non-flagellate also. They do not have the flagella. So non-flagellate, these green algae are. And sometimes we can even see that, for instance, they even employ the sexual reproduction process. And if you look at the sexual reproduction process, the process may be isogamous, okay, and they may be even anisogamous, anisogamous, and they may be even oogamous also. As I have already made the short videos to define you all these terms, please I request you all to go to that particular video and just watch them. You'll understand in detail. And coming on to children, we have seen about all the examples here. Like we have seen about the chlamydomonas, the chlorella, the volvox, the spirogyra, the eulothrix, and even there are some what you call is green algae which are being called as a khara. So these are the different sorts of points that you need to understand and remember regarding your these uh, green algae. So if I speak about the pyrenoids, sometimes we can even see besides starch, there is another thing that is also being stored here, and that is going to be the proteins. Okay, children. So this is about your green algae belonging to chlorophyllaceae. So if we look at all these, what we call as different sorts of algae, I'll show you the slides if available with me now presently. Yeah, so I can show you these. Like these are the filamentous spirogyra, isn't it? They are the filamentous long body possessing spirogyra. So obviously they are going to undergo the fragmentation process. Okay, this is eulothrix. The filament is long structure. Next, we can see the colonial volvox, which live in groups. So you can see that they're living in colonies here. So they may either live in colonies, like example is your volvox, which is being seen. So these are the different sorts of green algae that we have learned. So children, if you have liked the video, do please hit the like button and try to share my channel, subscribe my channel. Thank you all. Thank you.